Our first letter is from Cassie, who asks, what does the brokerage firm of the future look like? I am wondering what you think will be the next big thing or feature that is likely to cause retail traders like me to switch brokers. Ooh.
I think, Cassie, Scott and I are going to take our shirts off.
Oh.
That's going to be the next big thing.
No, she said to switch to
Don't
come
do
over,
it.
not to leave.
Oh, okay, got it.
That would be to leave.
Oh, to leave. Got it.
I'm going to say
got it.
what Scott said yesterday, careful what you wish for.
What's the
Cassie.
next big thing in the retail brokerage business? I have my own ideas. I mean, in addition
I've got
to
some ideas too, but go ahead.
Yeah.
My guesses are close.
Well, the next big thing is that the future of brokerage is going to be. The easy answer is to say it's all going to be agentic AI, and we're all going to just basically,
Right.
talk into our phones and blah blah blah, and the traditional interfaces are going to be gone. I'm not so sure that that's really what I want to see happen, but I do think that the future is going to be simplified, very simple interfaces where you just type in, rather than search through a whole, like lots of windows and lots of pages and everything that, you just type in what you kind of want to trade. So like I want to trade, let's say, currency futures, and it brings up currency futures. And then in that case, you can then ask a lot of questions if you want to. Now, again, I like the speed side, so I don't want to slow down too much, but do you want to trade options, futures, or spot markets, or that kind of stuff? And then boom, the pages appear in front of you, and your watch list or your favorite things to trade is saved, and the next thing you know, you're just entering an order. And I think the simplicity of that on mostly mobile devices is the future of brokerage. And it means any product, any strategy, anything you want to do from a single interface, from a single dollar, and
So like a search function, or
not even search
or
function, just
filters.
I like the way you frame it. You're gonna have access to your friend who's a genius, and what it's gonna do. Currently, in the current environment, most firms, you're starting to see some of the smaller firms start to break away from this, but the bigger firms for sure are completely petrified of offering AI because they're looking at their legal and compliance teams, which I don't agree with, but their legal and compliance teams are telling them you can't do it because it's a recommendation. That's gone. So what we're gonna see is the smaller firms are gonna break through, offer AI as tools. I don't think we're going to get to a point, I'm agreeing with Tom, I don't think we're going to get to a point where you're just going to set it and forget it, say, here's $10,000 or $20,000 or $50,000.
Oh, no, that's never going to happen, because that's not even valuable. Yeah.
So this is going to be for engagement. You're going to be able to get help with questions. So rather than reaching out to a support team or asking your friends or doing search on Reddit or some other site, you're going to just type it in and say, here's what I want to do. And it's going to throw out ideas, and you're going to make decisions. So what I think is going to happen is the availability of information at your fingertips, whether it's on mobile or desktop, is going to change dramatically in the next 6 to 18 months. On top of that, I know that there has been a push, and we'll see if this actually happens, but moving away from stocks trading, it's a possibility, moving away from stocks trading, when you put an order and say you want to buy a number of shares, it's going to strictly be done by price. So you're going to say, I want to buy $10,000 worth of whatever, and it's just go ahead, here's the order, go fill it. That's a possibility. I think we're also going to see alternative assets, which are going to pop up, and that's for sure. It's happening right now. And when I say alternative assets, I'm not talking about prediction markets. That's already in brokerage firms, and you're going to see that to continue to expand. What I think we'll see is, hopefully, as we've talked about, prediction markets going to exchange-based, which I think will be infinitely better, but you're going to have the ability to invest, for example, in real estate and other items directly. I'm not saying through a REIT.
To invest in real estate.
Well, I'm just saying other items, other asset classes. I know you're not a real estate person.
If you could are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I have not done well with real estate.
Okay. If you were to tell your kids,
but I'm saying there are going to be other items right now.
people
Let's say if
do.
somebody came to you and said that you wanted to make an investment in parking garages, the revenue of parking garages, because it's a great revenue stream. You really can't do that right now. That's going to be something that will become those types of items.
if that gets tokenized, maybe. But I think one of the things that I think everybody should tell their kids right now, every single person who's listening should tell their kids, listen, the world's changed over the last 3, 4, 5 decades. The one thing that's the worst investment you can ever make is in real estate. Don't ever think that you're
in Chicago.
No,
if you bought
anywhere.
real estate.
Anywhere. I don't care where you buy. LA, New York, the worst investment you could ever make is in real estate. No matter what you think about real estate. It's illiquid. It never moves.
But there's a difference. People buy real estate for security and safety.
Okay,
not
fine. You want to buy it
Yes.
for security and safety? Go ahead.
Right.
No
right.
problem. I
Okay,
have no
but
issue.
here, let me ask you this question. The
Yeah.
city of Chicago, the worst trade ever, sold 75 years of parking revenue for $1 billion
Yeah.
because Daley needed
Yeah,
money
yeah.
on the.
Yeah. What's your point?
Okay, if you had the ability and you were able to participate in that fund, would you have done it?
Yes.
Okay, exactly. So that's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying.
That's not a real
Things
estate
like-
trade. That's just a trade.
Oh,
Listen,
God.
is there a lot of trades that I would make if
do you
they
have
were
something you can
tokenized?
throw at him right now?
Not yet,
What I'm saying
but I
is,
really want to.
okay,
Maybe
let's
I will
move on.
put the
There's going to be
laser
other
in
types
his
of
eyes.
opportunities
Laser-
that you'll be
laser
able to
me.
trade. Let's move on.
Looky.
Laser.
Pew,
Next.
pew, pew. Okay, next up. Remember to call us, 989-LOST-DOG. Okay, Dave says, I have a mix of stock and options in my accounts. The buying power calculation on display is only for options. If so, how do I calculate for stock positions so that I know what is happening for the whole account?
Well, is there another part to this email that I'm not saying?
No, there
Okay,
isn't.
Dave, if you don't have the ability on whatever platform you are trading to see your margin requirements for both stocks and options, I'd look for a new platform. I could tell you for sure, I'm looking at Tasty right now. I see option buying power and stock buying power in a Reg T account. It's just your option buying power is whatever your available money is to spend. Your stock is going to be double that. But then there's also on the positions tab, which most platforms should have, this a cap requirement. And you can click on it and break down every symbol and see where your buying power is being used.
But the important thing, the takeaway from this, Scott, is what you just said. Your buying power calculation for options is just how much cash you have, and your stock number.
It's not your cash. It's your amount of
It's
money.
your amount of
If
money.
you sell something, you generate cash. It's your available. It's the money you have to spend.
The money you have to spend is your option buying power, and 2 times that is your
stock buying power in a Reg T account.
Yep.
He loves
But your
having the
platform, if
last
your
word.
platform isn't showing you that, it might be time to go on another date.
Okay. Let's take a call. Aarav or Aarav from New Jersey. Hi.
It's Aarav.
Aarav. Well, I almost said
I'm
that,
sorry.
but I didn't
It's
want to make fun
Aaron.
of your name.
It's
He did it.
Aaron.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're
Good,
good.
how are you?
We're good. Aarav.
What's
Hey,
up?
Yeah, I'm in high school right now.
Oh,
Well, not right now, I'm at home right now, but I'm a high school student.
Okay.
Cool.
And I've been interested in the trading space for a long time, right? And I met Sosnoff at the Tasty Trade in New York
Oh, cool. Yeah.
event, right? And I just wanted to get some, quick advice from you guys. What do you think I should be focusing on as I head into college, and what's the best path, from your experience?
You know what I think you should be doing? I think you should, however you're participating today, like, I don't know your level of comfort. Obviously, you probably have limited capital, but whatever you're doing today, like if you're trading a little bit of stocks, if you're trading a little bit of options, if you're trading some digital assets or something else, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it throughout. Where are you going to college? Do you know yet?
I'm a junior right now, so I'm applying next year. Not yet.
Oh, okay, got it.
Preferably
Good
one
for
year
you.
school.
Yeah, good for you. Listen,
where do you want to go?
Keep doing, no small talk.
No.
Keep doing whatever you're doing now. Like if you're trading stocks, keep trading them. If you're trading, like I said, Bitcoin or something like that, keep trading digital assets. If you're using options a little bit and using spreads or naked options, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Just stay small and just stay fully engaged, because this is going to make a huge difference. On like what majors you choose in college, who your friend groups are going to be, and ultimately what you're going to do when you get out into the workplace. And just keep getting better at it. I mean, I don't think you have to prove anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. The fact that you came out to the live event that we did, the fact that you're engaged by all this stuff,
That's awesome.
That's super
Yeah.
cool. Just keep doing it.
And on top of that, even if you continue to do this and you have a passion for it, but you decide this isn't what you want to do for your career, you still have laid a great foundation for you to participate in the markets for the rest of your life. And that's the critical piece here. So I wouldn't look at it as either or, meaning, I'm only going to do this if I want to make a career out of it. you could do this on the side with, regardless of what direction you choose to go. But shouts out to you as a junior in high school to be doing this.
Yeah.
Good stuff,
That's
man.
awesome.
And
Great.
please continue to stay in touch. Don't
Yeah, for sure.
Don't ghost us. Stay in touch.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
Bye,
that.
man.
Thank you.
If I ever have another kid,
Bye.
which I don't plan on having,
Oh,
just so you know, I'm not planning on having another kid. I would
Okay,
name my
good
kid
to know.
with 2 A's, like
Aaron
Aaron or
Aarav.
Aarav. Yeah.
okay.
After that one comedy skit has changed my life.
Key and Peele.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It's the best.
It is the
It
greatest.
is.
And I
the
think-
best.
I think we've watched it. We've all watched it like 100,000 times.
Yeah, at least.
And
Yeah,
I
if
tried to
somebody
get my
hasn't watched
daughter.
it, go look at the Key and Peele. It's amazing.
I tried to
He's
get
the
my
teacher.
daughter to name her son Aaron.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
D-
She shut me down.
nice.
Any of those names. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go to Beth in Iowa. Hi, Beth.
If I get a dog and it's a male, Aaron
Aaron.
for sure.
Yeah, that won't be confusing.
Hi guys,
Hey,
can
Beth.
you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
Can you hear me
Beth.
okay?
Hey, Beth, what's up?
Awesome. Hey, okay, hypothetically speaking, I even wrote it down. It's a quick and dirty math tax question. If you just scalp futures, NASDAQ say, and you have $100,000 profit your first quarter, what is a quick and dirty math to hold back for taxes?
Well, I mean, neither of us are accountants, but I'm going to say.
I know. Quick and dirty.
First of all, you've got 60, whatever you have to look at whatever your tax bracket is, and then
20%,
that future is
Beth.
60. It's 1256 eligible, so it's 60/40. So 60%
Max
would be
27%.
20%. 40% would be
20?
ordinary.
Yeah, I would take the general rule of thumb, Beth, 20%.
Not high enough.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
The general
Sorry.
rule.
You don't think?
Beth, you're going to be under with that. It's not going to be high enough because unless your tax bracket's 20%, but it won't be if you're making 100 grand a
Right.
quarter.
Nope.
Right.
Hey,
So
Okay.
you need to take 60. Here's the number: 60% is 20%. 40% is whatever your tax bracket is. That's for federal.
Right.
yeah. Hey,
Well,
Beth,
say you're a higher tax. Yes, Tom.
20%. That's your number. When you're talking about withhold, don't let Scott. He confuses everything. 20%.
I'm gonna send you a picture of Tom when he's talking to his accountant, going like this. I underpaid
Yes,
again.
yes.
Okay.
And a picture of him
Hilarious.
writing the check. Yes.
It's
Okay,
not
this
complicated.
might-
Tom loves to give you his math. 60% of what you are trading is 20%. It's long term. 40% is ordinary income. That doesn't include state.
Her
That's
question.
right.
Her
On the
question is, what's a
1256 right.
reasonable number? A generalized
I'm telling
reasonable
her
number.
what the number is.
The actual number is 27.5%, but you want to take 20.
Okay. You know what, Beth? Don't pay
Okay,
taxes.
follow
That's
up.
Tom's approach, and roll the dice and see what
Hilarious.
happens.
No, don't.
Follow up.
Beth, just
If
you
you're
know what?
starting to-
If you're making $100,000 a quarter trading Nasdaq futures,
Just-
you just keep doing what you're doing. Don't pay anything in taxes.
Okay. She's
God,
got
no
a
shit.
follow-up
I mean,
question.
Right.
That's a that I had a commentary, but that would
Oh.
go off on a totally different tangent.
That's
We're just
okay.
not going to.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, oh God, no, it's raw. Anyways, I'm your people for sure, but we shouldn't put it on the air. Okay, S-Corp or LLC in a consulting business. I've had S-Corps my whole life. Why in the hell would somebody want an LLC except for just because it's simpler, one tax return?
It's quicker. It's dirty.
Quicker to set up,
It's
too.
quicker to
Less
set up.
expensive.
Yeah, that's
Less
it.
expensive to set up.
But
Quicker.
we agree with you. We're S Corp group ourselves.
Well, I think that helps with tax stuff too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. yeah.
Rather than an LLC. I don't know all the LLC. Okay, good.
The
All
reason
right.
people do it is for speed, and because nowadays you
Cost.
can do it. You can pretty
And
much do
cost.
it all online. Cost. It's just speed and
Yeah.
cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cost, really? I mean, aren't there other write-offs and protections you get with an S-Corp?
No.
A
The cost
better
of
veil?
the cost.
No,
The
cost
cost
of
of
setting
setting
it
it
up.
up.
Yeah, just cost of setting up.
The cost of setting it
Okay.
up, Beth. Yeah.
Okay, and the next one's really easy peasy. On the Tasty platform, say you have a future one contract and you held it over the weekend because you didn't get out like you were supposed to on Friday. How can you tell, this is such a dumb question, how can you tell where that might open? Does the Tasty platform reflect that in the bid ask?
Well,
At
you
what
don't-
time?
No platform. Excuse me. No platform is going to be able to reflect where it opens until the CME starts to take opening orders. They take them really I would look about 5 minutes before. You could put an order in more than that, but really about 5 minutes is when things start to tighten up. But there's no platform that can tell you where things are going to open.
I just remember, like, listening to the pre-shows, you go, okay, looks like S&Ps are going to open, blah, blah. What does that mean?
Oh, because with about 5 minutes to go,
that's what I'm
they
saying.
start to put up pre-markets, and they're not very accurate. Sometimes, like last weekend, they were showing it, let's see, where did we open up and down? Last week, they were showing them down like 30, and they opened down 70. So sometimes they're way off. But you want a little quick hack? This is a good one.
100%.
Okay, I'm going to give you a hack. If you go and you Google on like Saturday or Sunday, and you go Google the CFD, just go Google S&P 500 CFD market, then they're going to bring you to a UK market, usually for IG, but it might be for some other company, but usually it's IG, and they'll show you exactly where the S&Ps are trading in Europe. And usually it'll say like on Sunday night it said, like down 0.3%, and they opened, basically that was the call, down 0.3%.
Do they show all the futures, like NASDAQ too?
Yeah, they show
I'm kind of a NASDAQ junkie.
They show NASDAQ, they show crude oil, they show gold, and they show S&Ps. Nothing else is liquid enough, but gold, crude oil, S&Ps, and NASDAQ are or they show the Dow actually. I got to think about, I never looked at the NASDAQ, I think I have. But weird thing is they show the Dow, but then they show gold and they also show crude oil. But that's just a hack. That's like a weekend hack.
Got it. That's cool, because I always thought there was a secret website, because you'd always say, looks like, so CFD.
Yeah, but
Google...
I just gave away all our secrets. Now we have nothing left in the bag. Now we're just like a normal person.
CFD is a product that's
now
illegal.
I'm Scott.
It's illegal
So
in the
just
United
Google
States.
CFD.
Yeah. Yes.
Contract for difference.
Yep. And
Thanks, Scott.
S&P CFD.
It's contract for
Love you
difference.
guys.
And so if you don't look for the product here, because don't ask your broker, CFDs are illegal in the United States. So they trade around the world.
100%. But I just want a sneak peek, that's all.
Yeah, it's great.
I
There
just
you
want
go.
a sneak peek. Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, sweet. Love you guys.
Thanks, Beth.
Yep.
Chat
thank you.
later. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for calling.
I just gave away all the trade secrets.
Sure.
You
Okay.
idiot.
Let's take Justin from Woodstock, Georgia. Hi, Justin.
What's up, Justin?
Hey guys, how's it
Love
going?
Woodstock, Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, my dog just started to go crazy right when I
course
got on
he
the
did.
line with you guys.
That's what they do.
One lucky
I just had a
dog.
quick question about about closing futures closing prices. I've been trading futures and futures options for about a year now.
Okay.
But I've really just started paying a little bit more attention with all the craziness and stuff.
Sure.
So I'll use oil as an example here. So like in the last hour, from 4 to 5 Eastern, oil dropped down to about $88 before it closed at 5. But then, when you see it open at 6 o'clock, it's like the opening price was around $88, but it showed that oil was down $3.
It's
So I was just wondering how.
It's so weird. Go ahead.
It's just a horrible byproduct of how the CME trades. They should fix this and set it the same time as the New York Stock Exchange, so 4 o'clock, Eastern time, 3 o'clock Central time is the close, but they don't. Each product closes at it. Well, not each. They all close at their own time. Some close at the same time. I think oil, the closing print is 1 Central.
It's
Bonds
I believe
are 2
it's
Central. So what you could do, Justin, if you go to Tasty Trade in the help, it's just you could do it on the marketing site. Just go into the help section and type available futures. And what you will see, it's a great section on different information that you will need for CME products. It will show contract specs. It will show settlement time. It'll show you everything you need to know. It's great. It's download it and save it. It's really, really handy, but it's super confusing. Totally get it. So at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern, I agree. Oil was probably in the 88 handle, which means it's 88.62 right now. You'd think it would be, maybe up or down, whatever, half a dollar, but it's down 3.72 because it obviously whatever the closing print was 92 and change. It's terrible. It's really confusing for retail.
I had also put in like I sold a 1 ounce gold future yesterday at like 4:30 or something after, the big move happened after hours. And when the markets opened up at 6, I was like, how am I down $70 when it's only $10 higher than
because
where
you
I
were
sold
up
the
money that
future?
you didn't realize. Yeah.
Because you got a good mark before that, but
Yeah. So it's just all you need to do is look at your trade price. Don't go off of the day change. Just look at your trade price, and you'll know, where you're trading.
I do like those 1 ounce gold futures though. They're kind of fun.
They trade really well.
Yeah, they do. They're all over
Is
the
that like
place.
$5 blackjack?
It's like $2 blackjack. Yeah.
Like $2.
Yeah, it's like
Nice.
$2 blackjack. But
Yeah, it's like $400 buying power, $1 per tick. It's pretty nice.
It's really nice. It's what I want to shoot the Merc for like taking 25 years to figure this out, but we were begging them for these products like literally in 2000 and 2005, but they finally figured out. Oh, people would they just want to trade.
Yeah, I mean you can't really trade micro gold on a small account.
No, micro gold's a pretty big.
Or not very well.
Yeah, it's a pretty big contract actually, especially when gold's moving around $150 a day. But the 1 ounce gold you can trade for sure.
What's that symbol?
SIC, I'm a little conflicted about SIC. It seems like the
1OZ.
volume or the liquidity in it isn't the best.
Say it again.
In which symbol?
In SIC, the smaller silver contract that they just came out with.
Oh, that one. Yeah, is that one trading enough now?
Its liquidity isn't the best. You
No.
sometimes get
Yeah.
weird fills.
Yeah. But
on it.
the problem in silver is that what is it? What am I thinking of right now? What's the micro silver? SIL.
SIL.
Yeah.
SIL is a pretty big contract.
Yeah, especially with the moves a month ago when you moved $10 in a day, you got a $10,000.
Yeah. On a micro.
It moves $5 in an hour sometimes.
Yeah, on a micro, it's amazing. Justin, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Justin.
Yep. Thanks. Have a good one, guys.
You too. Thanks for calling. All right, remember 989 Lossdog.
Love all the calls. Don't be shy.
Yes. Why do the major indices, S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, often move aggressively up or down during the last 30 minutes of the normal trading hours? Are there any strategies to take advantage of these seemingly unpredictable moves?
Yes,
Says
Billy, you just have to be right. There's a great strategy. It is called being right.
Buy them when they're going higher in the last 30 minutes and sell them when they're going lower.
Billy, if
My
anybody knew the answer to this-
did you ever do research on this? Because I'm going to say that this is just perception, it's not reality.
There is a lot more activity in the first hour and the last hour.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's necessarily more movement, but
Correct, that's what I'm saying. Did you
there's-
do research on this?
there is definitely more activity, and if you're trading the 0 days, all the biggest losses come within the last hour. Like that's all the biggest losses for everybody. But no, we've never done any research to say that the last hour has any more movement than the first hour or the middle hours. But I think what's important to note here is that the volume does pick up significantly.
Yeah, because you have people in the first hour, people are adjusting and trying to take advantage of moves that perhaps happened over the night or news or something that
Yep.
came out that's causing the market to move. It could have been something in a overseas market, and then the last hour, people are trying to clean up
Or set up for the next day or whatever.
or set up for the next day.
But the first hour
It
and the last
doesn't
hour
mean
are
that
the
you can't
busiest.
have the biggest move in the middle of the day. It's just you're going to probably have a lot more volume early and late.
I think if you want to apply strategies, Billy, it's a lot easier in the first hour because then you have all day to mess with it. In the last hour, they don't give you a lot of wiggle room. Last hour is tough.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. Being that the bid and ask is so wide and options are not too liquid, if I can't get filled close to intrinsic value, would it make sense to take assignment and then close the future that would be a lot more liquid?
1000% yes. I do this all the time when I have an example would be I'm short a put, like right now I'm short puts in the yen, and I'm short puts a couple strikes higher than where the yen's currently trading. I can't roll these because the markets are too wide, and I'm not going to get out because I'm not going to pay the extra, 100 ticks or 60 ticks to get out. So I'm just going to take delivery of the future. And then at that point, if the future, then I can decide what I want to do next month. Being short a deep in the money put or being short a deep in the money call is the same thing as being long or short the future anyway. So yeah, it makes no sense to pay the additional premium. Just take assignment, and there's no additional money required. So just take assignment and then work your way out of the future, in the next month.
Okay.
Makes no difference. Your position risk does not change at all.
Correct. It's just a question of how much, if you're willing to give extra money, which hopefully you don't.
Well, there is no, in the futures world, the requirement's the same. So it's just a question if you want to continue to take
Give
the
up
risk.
the extra money, I'm saying.
Oh,
because
right,
you have to,
right.
Right, because you, as you just said, 60, it's a lot. If you got to pay, if there's no, the bid offer is not tight enough, you're giving up a lot. So you're better off just leaving it go, and then the future is going to have a tighter market.
Yeah, in this case, this guy wrote this email. I mean, if I remember correctly, it's like a deep in the money, like crude oil option that was markets are $10 wide or something. There's no way you can't get out. You
Now,
have to take delivery.
my only comment on it sounds like this person did this, but try getting out. I mean, you could go in at value and then, a tick above, a tick below, whatever, and see if you get filled. Just because the markets are super wide, it might be that they're not just, somebody's not looking at them. But if you put in a price, bid or offer, it could attract, a market maker to come in and trade with you.
Okay, thanks. There we go. When it comes to business, do you and Scott actively benchmark against competitors to drive decisions? When Tasty entered the brokerage space against more players than the Thinkorswim days, I imagine you stayed informed on what others were doing, but does that shape the strategy, or do you focus more on creating your own category?
We never, ever benchmark against competitors to drive decisions. That's
the day I quit.
That
Yeah.
is the surefire way to go out of business. When TD Ameritrade bought Thinkorswim, and we would go to the board meetings for the first time, all they would talk about is like, what's Schwab doing? And I'm like, you guys shut the fuck up. Like, who cares what Schwab's doing? You're a different company. What do you care what they're doing? They're like, well, we have to benchmark, the analysts benchmark us against them on everything. And I'm like, there's no way to build a business to care what they're doing. You're taking a firm that's dumber than you guys. Well, it turned out they weren't dumber, but that's dumber than you guys, and you're benchmarking against a worse firm. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who does that? And I'm like, so.
You create your own category.
Yeah, so.
Now, you do need to be informed, with what's out there.
I mean,
Meaning, products has changed. You got to make sure you have a full suite, for your offering. But no, we're not looking and saying, oh, they're doing this, we're going to go do it the same way. No, who wants that?
Yeah, who
you
wants
want to
that?
come up with something that's different, that's unique, that has, a hook that gives people a reason to want to come over to your platform or your business, whatever.
I'll tell you a fun story. We were so cocky when we built Thinkorswim because we knew the platform was so much better than anybody else's out there that we gave links to all our competitors' demo pages just so everybody could see how bad the other platforms were. But we never looked at them. We just gave the links just to say, hey, you know what? If you think their platform is better, here's a link to it. You can check it out. That was cocky. That was stupid. But it worked for a little bit.
Okay. Do you think it will be possible for the Fed to stand pat? With
Stand
bonds
pat.
crashing and mortgage rates exploding, what is the best way to play for a bounce and maybe lower 10-year rates?
Hold on. Do you think it's possible for the Fed to
For
stand
them not to do
Say that
anything.
5 times.
for the Fed to stand
Yes.
pat with bonds crashing and mortgage rates exploding? I mean, what are bonds
First
today?
of all, bonds, I wouldn't call
But crashing.
down 1.5 points, 2 points a crash.
They trade in the 111 handle. That's pretty good.
I
size
understand,
move.
but they're 113.5 right now.
Yeah.
You were selling 114 puts when they were in the mid 115, so they're forever. So they are down 2 points there. Yes, they've moved a little bit lower, which is not what anybody who wants to see the Fed lower rates. That's not what you want to see. I wouldn't call this a crash.
Well, I'm short a lot of puts right now at the 114 level, so I need bonds back over 114.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem, but so I'm betting that interest rates are going to go lower, at least short term. I think it's the best play if you want like a end conflict play. I think long bonds is interesting. But anyway, is it possible for the Fed to stay pat with bonds crashing and mortgage rates exploding? Absolutely not. It is not possible for the Fed. If bonds were crashing and mortgage rates were exploding, it would be absolutely impossible for the Fed not to line up with what the market's doing. Otherwise, there would be too big an arb in there. And the best way to play for a bounce and maybe lower 10-year rates, the 10-year rate, if I remember correctly, is right around 435-ish. I don't know exactly what it is. Oh, actually, I can tell you. Let me see if I have it on my screen here. Yes, I do. It's 433, 4.333. And so it hasn't moved that much 10-year rate, but if you really want to play for a bounce, I like selling puts in the ZN. So ZN right now is, where's ZN, Scott? I don't see it on my screen.
No, they're not on our screen.
ZN is 110.27.
Okay.
Up 14 ticks.
So like 110.27, you could sell the 110 puts in the ZN. I mean, that's pretty low for the ZN, by the way, is 110 and change. You can sell the 110 puts in there. That's a way to play for a bounce. I don't know if there's any premium left in April in the 110 puts. There's probably 15 or 20 ticks, maybe. I don't know. In the 110 puts. I haven't.
110 puts for April?
Yeah. What are they?
1921.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a pretty good market. 1520. 1921. That's not a bad. That's a way to play for a bounce with a. I'm guessing the delta on the 10 puts is what, about
29. 28.
Okay, so you have a 70%.
You're saying for April, for the 9-day?
Yeah, no, for April, April 17th.
30-day?
Yeah, whatever it is, April 20th or something.
I'm sorry, those April 24th, templates are 35.37. It's a 35 delta.
Okay, so you have a 65% probability of profit with, that's just for making money, and then there's a break even is much better than that, with a really nice return on capital. If you want to bet on interest rates going higher by selling the ZN, April 10 puts. I like it. Your break even's what, 109.5. It's interesting. You're betting on war ending before April or nothing happening where we currently are, status quo.
All right. Next, I'm a manager in a large engineering firm. What would be the benefit of people knowing what they're worth if our company spends millions in market research and I have limited range that I can offer? The answer is often the same. If they don't take the offer, there are at least 10 others that will. In the last 3 months, every time I posted a position, I got over 100 applications in the first 30 days. It is hard to justify paying more when the offer is that high. With people over 5 years of experience in the industry and with over 10 years is another story. Your app sounds amazing. What do we think?
So what's his question here?
Like, how do you justify when you have a range and when you have so many other people?
I think there's a difference here.
Wanting the job.
This is a manager talking about paying more, meaning,
right.
Somebody comes in and says, you're offering me X and I think I'm worth 5 or 10% over X. Well, here's the situation, and we're in a labor market right now where the businesses have more control because there's a lot of supply of labor. So there would be no reason for a business if you had 10 people lined up and they were all qualified for the role and you were offering X, and if the first person doesn't want it, there'd be no reason for you to go. You don't have to bid against yourself. But if we are successful with what we are trying to do and giving people the information that for what they're worth, potentially you don't have 10 people. Potentially you have 1 or 2 people or 3 people, because people are going to say, I'm worth more than that. I'm not going to try to, apply or take the job at that price. So in its current form, there would be no reason for you to pay up. You don't have to. But again, if we can change the way that people operate, the way people think, then potentially down the line you might have to.
Right, because then if
the market is what the market is. If you have 10 people
will say, well, this is what I'm worth, and it gets higher, then the businesses have to shift, right?
Yeah, and Scott's right. If there's 10 people willing to take the offer, then that's the market.
That's the market.
A lot of times, first of all, we're not building our software for you in this case. We're building our software for the individual who gets to...
For the candidates,
For the candidates to get to know, hey, listen, if you decide to take a position because that's a very competitive price and that's a competitive market for it, and you want the position, all power to you. But that's okay. At least you know what you're capable of getting in the future. I think where the software really comes into place for somebody that has an existing position and they want to negotiate something that's a little bit higher, and the reason that's so valuable is because if you're a valuable employee, nobody wants to lose you. It costs way more money to replace you with somebody else than it does to
pay you a little more and keep you.
Yes, to pay a little bit more and keep you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, our friend Rodrigo in the dog pound says, what operational weakness destroys more startups than bad ideas?
Oh, well, I would say witnessing this from the dot-com bubble, the operational weakness in the dot-com bubble was most businesses thought that you just hit the faucet and cash just came flowing out. So they were spending money like it was unlimited, especially on salaries. So that's where I think most people ran into trouble. It wasn't that their idea necessarily wasn't good, as the money dried up. So I think people don't value in a startup. Unfortunately, I think most people don't value the dollar the way that they need to.
I'm going to say that the operational weakness that destroys more startups than bad ideas, I have a two-part answer. The first part of my answer is that a lot of startups and whoever the person is who's running that, the visionary, have a very difficult time articulating their model and articulating, exactly how they plan to develop free cash flow or how they plan to promote or sell. That's one thing. The other thing is, and I think this is probably the biggest, is that most founders of startups, they think too broadly and they don't get narrow enough into the real details of what is going to make this firm or what is going to make this idea work. And I think
wouldn't that be a bad idea? I mean, a bad idea would be something that's too broad. The lane is too wide. So they
I don't
need
know
to
that
narrow
that's
it
what
down.
I don't know that that's what he was thinking. I think that with bad ideas, it's more like, hey, I had this idea for a business and it just didn't work out. That's a bad idea. I think a lot of times people have good ideas, but they're not able to focus on their good ideas, and they get too broad too quickly. Like I was doing a webinar last night, and I was thinking about the early days of Thinkorswim. And when we built the software, it was pretty successful. And very quickly, we decided to build some institutional software and build a bunch of other platforms. And what I found was it really diluted our resources, and it made us a weaker tech firm. And we quickly blew that stuff up, and we got rid of it and took our focus off of that. But at first, I thought we could build anything, and then I quickly realized, okay, this is a mistake. We're taking our focus off what made us. What
platform,
built our,
I think, still exists.
Yeah, it still exists, but it wasn't like. My point is, it took our focus off what we should have been really focusing on. So anyway.
Yep.
Okay, great. Let's move on to the next one. Please recommend a list of items that a newbie trader should complete prior to trading on their account. John,
put your clothes on before trading. Get your clothes on.
And put your helmet on.
Put your helmet
on, for sure.
Yeah. A newbie trader should complete prior to a list of items.
Yes.
Go ahead, Scott. What list of items?
We love our lists.
So first of all, there's no list. I would say you want to familiarize yourself with the platform you're trading on. You want to, so I'm sure there's demos for whatever that is. You want to watch videos, and Tom and the Tasty, live team have, there's amazing videos on there. Where do I start? And then keep moving up along the way. What I find with most retail traders is that if they back away from it, they're excited about it, and they back away from it, is because a lot of people are afraid to raise their hand and ask a question. Like, I know this might be really simple, but I don't know how to sell something or how to buy something. Like, they actually don't even know how to put an order. And that's why I'm saying familiarize yourself. Take those types of issues off the table so that you know exactly what you're doing. Then from the basics of mechanics of how to do it, then you can figure out strategy. But from my standpoint, you want to get into it in a way that you don't get scared or that you don't get frustrated. And frustration for me, I've seen it a lot with retail. They're like, I just don't get this. I don't understand what I'm doing it because they just haven't put the time in. If you want to do this, it requires time. This is not easy. You have to put the time and the effort into it. And there's tons of free information out there. So just go, Google it and you'll get tons of quality information.
Yeah, John, just start really small and try every possible new product, like try stock, try option, try future, just try everything, try cryptocurrency and tiny, and just don't risk any money, and just see if you like the software, see if you like a certain product more than something else, see if you can follow the markets, with your, the way you see things, the way your eyes focus. Just try all that stuff. There's no list. Just go through
There's no list.
Just go through the platform. Just try everything.
There's no cheat like Tom gave to Beth about Googling, the CFD market over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but you just, pretty much gave him a list.
Yeah.
Scott did, so that's good. Just write it down, and there you go. Start small.
Just comfortability is key.
Start at 1.
Yep.
Okay. Can Lossdog Software, the dog pound Jay says, can Lossdog Software brush up my resume for the company I am applying for and interview techniques?
What do you think, Jay? We're miracle workers? We can't help you. No, we're not building software to do that. Can it brush up? Can it help you? Can it give you a lot of little
Insights?
tips, insights?
Yes.
Things?
For
no,
sure.
but it's not. There are plenty of platforms now, software platforms that will, including virtually every
There's
single
free
AI,
yeah,
interface
where you can do that.
where you can essentially say, hey, I want you to make my resume, I want you to build my resume for this specific job. And it's one of the reasons that resumes are becoming a little less important.
Yeah.
I think from the Lossdog perspective, the only reason we want you to upload your resume is so that we have contact, we know who you are, and we can help you, we can give you, quantitative information about your value and optimizing your worth. We actually have no interest in, or I shouldn't say we have no interest, but it's not the objective of the software to improve your resume, to improve your interview techniques, or to help you find a job. It's to give you information. It's like what we built for trading. We're not going to help you find a trade, but we're going to help you get smarter about strategies and about markets and all that kind of stuff, and more engaged.
And by default,
so you can be more
interview,
successful.
It could help you.
Of course, it
because
can help
if you know, if you know what your worth is, it's going to make you a stronger person, in the interview.
Knowing
Well,
your
having
worth.
said that, we're also going to we're thinking of having a separate show dedicated just to help you with your career. And then maybe you can give interview techniques.
We can't even help ourselves with our careers. But we're going to build
Scott.
stuff that's going to help to optimize everything. It's going to help you differentiate yourself from everybody else. That's the whole key. The key to getting a job nowadays is not who has the best resume that AI wrote for you. The key to getting a job today is when you talk to somebody, you're able to articulate, communicate, you're able to be creative, and you're able to differentiate yourself. And the only way you can differentiate yourself is with information other people don't have.
Sure.
That's it.
There you
That's
go.
the key.
That's our beautiful stage. Okay. Next up. Do you know any investors who would love to contribute capital for groundbreaking medical technologies? Says
I wish I had $1 for
Andrea.
everybody that pitched me on groundbreaking medical technologies.
I mean, we know lots of investors. I'm not saying that we can speak for them. We don't, we generally, for ourselves, I can speak for ourselves, we invest in companies that we feel are strategic to what we understand. Not because we're going to use them necessarily, or not for any reason. We just like to stay close to things that we understand. And I think that, speaking for myself and probably for Scott, medical technology is a little outside of our scope. Although I did spend a day last week at the University of Illinois, Chicago Hospital in the robotic transplant room
Amazing.
in the machines down there that you can basically, where they have all these surgeons from around the world practicing on the same machines that they use to do robotic surgery.
I would
And
definitely be an investor if I had the money.
I killed 2 people that
I
were
love
fake.
medical technology.
Well, thank God you weren't working on live people. That would be a little scary. Here, Tom, you try.
I think
no.
I think I cut one guy's blood chopped his
finger,
chopped his heart off or something. But really fascinating stuff. And I'm
you
actually.
don't have a heart.
What? I don't have a heart.
No.
I'm actually giving a talk to the med school there, and it's very exciting. We're in 2 weeks. Very excited.
Yes, it's very exciting. Okay, the dog pound asks, what is your opinion about aerospace and defense stocks? The latest NASA news regarding new moon missions catched my interest.
Yeah, I think it's great. If
Catched
you
my
want,
interest. Caught my interest.
Yeah.
Caught my interest.
Oh my God, I know you read it.
think
Just like that.
my middle
Caught.
my middle son is huge on this stuff, and he's looking at different businesses all the time. He shows them to me. I personally don't. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have a private investment in in a defense company, but this is one where if you think that space is the next frontier, have at it, because I know Tom loves, and he's like dipping into quantum and obviously AI. We know where that's gone. So there's a lot out there, a lot of risk. So I'd be careful. I wouldn't, throw all my eggs into that basket. But if you want to dabble in it and acquire some stocks that you think could have huge upside if we are able to somehow harness the power and, the minerals and everything that's out in space, sure. Trade
Would
it.
you go into space given?
Would I?
Yes.
So the answer is no, but I have a great story.
Why not?
Me?
Yes.
No, that ship is sailed.
That ship is sailed for me too. Would you?
No. I would.
Yes.
You would go.
I would,
100%.
No, wait, stop. I would do low orbit. That I would potentially do,
right.
where
Okay,
they go
yes.
up and they just come back down. But going to the moon, so Levi.
Yeah, maybe
my
not.
middle,
First of all, nobody's talking about going to the moon. I'm saying, would you
I'm
go
just saying,
up and
like that silly one that all
that I
these
would
people
do.
did.
That I
would
would do.
totally do that.
But Levi, it was his senior year of high school, so many years ago, and I was driving him to school, and he's telling me about going to Mars. So he said, "Yeah, I want to."
Bad idea, by the way.
So he said, "Yeah, it's 4 years to get there."
Oh God.
So I looked at him. I'm like, "Wait a minute, 4 years to get there. You do whatever you do, and it's 4 years to get home. So we're not going to see it for like."
No, you don't come home.
And he looks at me, he's like, "Dad, there's no coming home."
Right.
And I said, "You know what? We're not going to have this conversation right now." And we just went and started talking about something else.
Right.
He actually was interested in it.
Yeah, there is no coming home. 4 years
There's
to
no
get
coming
there.
home.
Yeah, there's no coming home.
Oh,
Well, there
God.
wasn't then. I mean, at some point there will be. But yes, low orbit, I would do it. If it was
Yeah.
priced
You
correctly,
wouldn't?
I would go up and do it.
I would
Yeah.
never do it
Why not?
because I have no interest.
Tom,
Zero.
I could tell a story, a good one about Tom. We were doing gliding, so soaring.
No, I didn't do gliding. You were doing gliding.
I understand. And you're like, you got to be out of your mind to get into a plane without an engine. It was pretty cool.
I bet.
I
We
don't
were
think
in
it was cool at all.
Minden. Yeah, whatever.
Well,
Supposed
one
to
of
be
our
great.
friends threw up before they even let the cord go,
Oh.
and that would have been me. And that so
It's a true story.
yeah. So I mean, like when you say, "Oh, look how cool this is," I mean, did you do it?
Yes, and
Oh.
I gotta say, first of all, the pilot comes over and hands me a mask, an oxygen mask, and I look at him, I go, "What's this for?" He's like, "There's some great thermals. I think we could catch, 35,000 feet." And I'm looking at him without an engine. So the
Without
thermals,
an
that's the
engine?
heat, and that's what lifts the plane up because there's obviously
Right,
no
right,
engine.
right.
So I pull the rip cord. So the tow plane, I pull it, and it's the most amazing sound where all you hear is
Ooh, white noise.
It's cool. Don't need to do it again. I'm never going in a hot air balloon again. I've done that. I'm never going in a helicopter again. Done with that. But I would go to low orbit.
Yeah,
Well,
I would too.
All I know is one of my friends
I
threw
get
up before
dizzy
they
in
pulled that cord.
helicopters, so no.
That would have been me. And I should put the other side to this. The choice was to go up in a hot air balloon or go skiing at Heavenly, and I went skiing at Heavenly.
Wait, what's even worse than that was there was somebody that was over the weight limit.
Oh yeah,
He
there was
went by
one.
the name of Big Bob, and he lied about his weight.
Oh no!
You had to be
no.
under. You had to be under 225. He was easily 300.
No, no.
He
No,
lied.
no.
And he goes, "No, I'm 225." The guy goes, "You don't look 225."
I just don't carry it well. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
But he survived.
Is that one of your friends?
Yeah, it was one of my friends. Yeah, we were all traders.
Oh my goodness.
We were all traders who did a weekend trip to Lake Tahoe, which
Yep,
was
Lake Tahoe.
which
That
was
was
one of the
Linda.
great trips we've ever gone on.
Yeah.
Love that. Lovely.
You could play golf. Here's the great thing about Lake Tahoe. You could play golf,
Yeah.
go skiing. This is all from the same hotel.
Yeah.
Gamble. What else could you do there? You weren't going swimming.
Speaking of which, when I was cleaning out the house last weekend, I found the videotape of me bungee jumping.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
wow.
Yeah, where Tom sponsored me. He's like, no, it's easy. It's a lot of fun. You go do it.
Of course he
I'll buy you
did.
fly. Literally.
Of course.
I'll buy you fly.
Yeah.
I'll have to get the video. I'll see if I can transfer it. Maybe we'll post it
Oh,
on the
that
website.
would be
I gotta
so
watch it.
fun.
Watch it
It's a
first to
lot-
make
it's
sure
a
it's the
lot
right
of-
video.
It's a lot of years ago.
He already. Yeah. Okay.
Scott once gave me a video. It wasn't the right
forget
video.
Ooh. I'm not saying another word. Oh, he's blushing. Oh.
Yeah, that was a
Oh.
good video.
Oh God. You heard it here, people.
That's right.
You heard it
See,
here
it's a show
first.
about everything.
Okay, Doug Brown says, what are your thoughts on the gold prices decreasing about 1,000?
Well, it's already down about
Gold is
What?
down over 1,000.
Yeah.
over 1,000,
Well,
right?
now
What
it's
was
now it's down 1,000 off its
I'm
highs.
happy. It needs
Yeah.
to keep going down because
56.
only
Yeah, it's
little
down,
people
it's down
need it.
1,000.
Okay,
need
so
the actual
I
physical.
actually need gold to go higher.
Why? No.
I know.
Tom,
I know.
It's not always about you.
I need gold
What
to go
is
higher
the point?
because I'm short the 5,100 calls and the 4,300 puts, and it was today. It's a good trade. Yesterday, I mean, it's been a loser last week, and I need premium to get crushed. There's so much juice in gold right now. It's insane. I'm short an $800 wide strangle that I'm down money on, by the way. But it started off as 5,500, 4,300, 1,200 points wide. Now it's 800 points wide. And I need another 100-point rallying gold here to roll up some putties. I mean, roll down some calls. I'm sorry, roll down some calls. But my thoughts on gold prices decreasing, I want them to sit right here for the next 30 days.
And then
Not
after
move.
that, you could care less.
And after that, I couldn't care less.
It needs to go back down to the 2000s.
It's not going to 2,000.
Why? Why does anybody care about
I
other
don't care.
than me about
I-
the physical?
I care because I'm short the 4,300 puts.
Get
Yeah,
rid of
that
that.
2,000, if you're short the 4,300 puts, that would not be good.
No.
So let Tom get out in 30 days, and then you can ask
I
for
didn't,
gold
not even 30 days.
Then please
April
go
expiration
back
in
down
gold.
to 2000. Nobody needs the physical
April expiration in gold is
other
when?
than jewelers and
I-
people who
it's-
enjoy it.
I got
Nobody
about-
else needs the physical.
I got about 14 days left to go before I roll or close.
Okay, fine.
There we go.
Right by my birthday
When's your birthday?
next month.
Oh,
Okay.
I know when it is.
How did
It's
I
right with
forget?
My mom and dad's right
Of course you
there.
forget. You never
Tom,
even
that's- how do
send
you
me a
not know
text
Soul's
message saying
birthday?
happy birthday.
I can't remember my own kid's birthdays. How am I going to remember her birthday?
That's true. All right,
That
fine.
is true.
Okay, one last one. If I'm inverted on a position that was once a traditional strangle and now I want to buy the guts and sell the wings, is there a rule on how to calculate an acceptable debit to pay? Adam.
Adam, there is no rule on an acceptable debit to pay because it doesn't matter what you pay. You could pay $20. You could be doing it for a small credit. Who knows? I mean, if you're rolling out in time, but if you're buying the guts and selling the wings, you're doing it in the same month. Whether you pay $1, you pay $5, you pay $20, it makes no difference. All that you care about, because it makes. I'm telling you, I know it's going to sound weird, and you're going to think that, oh, that makes a difference. It makes zero difference. The only thing you care about is how much theoretical off mid-price are you giving up? So let's say the mid-price is $10. Then you don't want to pay more than 10.03, 10.05. Let's say the mid-price is $20. You want to pay more than 20.03 or 20.05. But the mid-price is $1. You don't want to pay more than $1.03 or $1.05. So it only depends on how much you're giving up around theoretical. It makes no difference how much you pay. It doesn't affect your P&L. Your P&L will not change by 1 penny if you do it at mid-price, whatever amount you pay.
This ties back to the person's question about the futures options where the market's too wide. You just don't ever want to be in a situation where you're either selling down too far or paying up too much.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
the price is the price.
It makes zero difference to your P&L. It will not change your P&L.
The price
one
is
bit.
the price.
It just gives you more wiggle room. It gives you more cushion. It gives you more breathing room. Makes you sleep better. That's all.
Well, there you go.
Okay, there you go. Let's go to market talk.
Market talk.
Market talk.
Market talk.
Market talk.
So not really a lot's going on right now. I mean, relative, from when we started, S&Ps are up almost 60. They did sell off to only be up about 40, 35, 40. Now they just rallied back up while we're doing the show. Bitcoin's up 2,000 to 71 and change. Oil, as we were saying, is down 339, just under 89, but it hasn't moved much today. Gold's up 164, Nasdaq's up to 282, silver's up 363, VIX future down 79, and VIX cash down 196. But VIX, it's still a 25 VIX on cash. Futures 24.15. So they're still elevated, which from my perspective, and to Tom, to your point, talking about how much premium there still is in the gold options, it's because the market's pricing in the fact that there's still going to be a lot of movement. Up, down, doesn't matter, but a lot of movement.
I don't know.
And the ugly stock of the day or the week for me, as we were talking about yesterday, is Micron. That stock's down almost $100 from earnings.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I covered, but whatever. I think there's a bunch of interesting stuff today, actually. Bonds up a point, which is great for those of us that are long bonds, but it's just, these things are moving around. Like somebody wrote me an email last night and they said, I'm short a put spread, way out of the money put spread in crude oil. And it didn't move yesterday with crude oil being up a couple of dollars. And I'm like, you know why? Because volatility is so high right now. If you're short a way out of the money put spread or way out of the money call spread, and it's in April, nothing's going to move. It's going to move a couple pennies a day max. Nothing's going to come in yet. It just takes time. If you're short strangles, that stuff will come in a little bit more. But this has been a little bit more of a directional market, no question about it. And, like you said, we haven't moved much since last night. I mean, gold was up 160 all night long. Silver was up a couple bucks, almost $3.5 all night.
But this is basically where SPOOs opened at 4 o'clock yesterday. What was it? I missed this. What came out that SPOOs rallied 70, 80, 80 handles after 3 o'clock?
Trump sent some of his magatards over to the Middle East to negotiate a settlement with himself. So
one that it's a one-sided settlement because they're not talking to him.
Right. He's negotiating with some guy. There's, they're in some room with somebody negotiating something. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think that there's actually.
But he's also sending troops.
Well, I know, but the troops didn't. I don't even know if Trump knows what he's doing, but. That was the story that came out after the close. Sure, we're making progress, my son-in-law is going to save the world type of thing,
They were already there, though. Anyway.
Whatever.
Okay, anything else?
I
Is
think
that
that's
earnings on Netflix, Scott?
Today?
What's that?
When is earnings, Netflix earnings call?
Netflix earnings are 4/16.
Oh.
And if you haven't watched the Peaky Blinders movie on Netflix, it's worth watching. It's really
Might
good.
be this weekend. I know Andrew's been dying to watch it
It's very good.
because he loves the series.
Do you know I'm still the only person in the world that doesn't have Netflix?
Yeah. I do know.
I don't care, but I'm just mentioning it for.
You know what the funny thing is? You do care,
Right,
but you
'cause
can't
otherwise why
remember
do
your
you even
password,
mention
so
it?
you just can't log in. So
No,
but
I
that's
don't. I don't have Netflix. I mean, I can borrow my kids or something if I
Or
wanted to.
you can pay whatever the $15.
I
a
don't
month.
want it. I don't want to sit around like you guys and just be like, Like,
All right.
sitting with my cup of drool in front of my TV, 6 hours a day trying to binge watch
Exactly, 6 hours
Pinky
a day.
Blinders.
Go watch your TikTok.
6 hours a day. Okay.
On that note, happy Wednesday. Thank you for watching. So I want to take us out.
Yes, let's do this. Please remember to call us 99 Lossdog from 9 to 10 a.m. Monday through Thursday. And then Friday we drop an Unleashed. And that's not live. Or send us an email at oneluckydog@lossdog.com.
And today you can check out Dylan and I are doing a podcast today, and we're talking about AI stealing your job, stealing your wife, stealing your dog, everything.
Oof.
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 Don't think so. Let's go,
All right.
Slash.
Happy
Let's do
Wednesday.
this.